First of all, I'm going to assume that you are referencing Surah 92 Alil and the verses that say, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. By the night as it covers, and by the day as it reveals, and they who created the male and the female, your endeavors are indeed diverse. As for him who gives and is righteous and confirms goodness, we will ease his way towards ease. But as for him who is stingy and complacent and denies goodness, we will ease his way toward difficulty. Assuming that that's what you're talking about in terms of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created two types for everything. So, first of all, we understand that verse to mean that there are spectrums, because it is comparing the day and the night, the male and the female. Every time that there is references to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created things in pairs, it is actually things that are in spectrums. We know that the day and the night is not, it's not like in children's, children's cartoons where it's like, all right, day, and then it's nighttime. No, there is day, and then there is, dusk, and then there is sunset, and then there's nighttime. And like then there's there's night, and then there's dawn, and then there's sunrise, and then there's daytime, right? We know that it's a spectrum, and we know, like, scientifically now, that sex and gender, male and female, and men and women are all spectrums. So, yes, in the Quran it compares all of these things, but we know now that those aren't pairs, those are spectrums. So it's not two types for everything, it's everything in a spectrum with two ends. And then, very interesting that you're pulling bees, of all things. Of all the things that you could be like, why, then tell me why we need these two things to make what. Do you know that male bees don't contribute to honey making at all? Like, and also very funny that you're asking me, like, I'm the bee person. Like, my name is C, but I am obsessed with bees. Like, I don't have it in front of me right now because I'm fasting today, so I didn't have my coffee, but like, half of my coffee mugs are bee themed. Like, everything I own is bee themed. So, like, very funny that you're coming to me to throw bees as the example. Male bees have nothing to do with honey making. Male bees are drones. Like, female bees basically do everything in the colony. There's the queen bee who makes all the babies, and then there's the female worker bees who do pretty much everything else. They raise the young, they go out and they forage for, the nectar and the pollen and everything else that goes into honey and into bee bread and into keeping the bee, colony alive. They do all the defending of the colony. All the male drones do, and they only are made at a certain time of year even. They aren't even around all year long, for most species of bees anyways. All they do is they exist long enough to pass on their genetic material to the queen in order for her to continue making babies. And then they die off. And that is it. So they do contribute to the continuation of the species. So I guess technically, in a stretch, you could say that that's helping them to continue making honey, because if there were no more bees, there'd be no more honey. But no male honeybee ever contributes to make, like, they don't go out and gather nectar. They don't go, like, in the hive, they are not doing any of the work to, like, continue sucking up the moisture and dehydrating it and, like, turning nectar into honey. All they do is they are born, and as larvae, they are completely helpless. They are completely tended to. They never contribute to the colony whatsoever. Like, they are waited on hand and foot, kind of like some other male creatures we can think of. And they are completely useless until, like, they contribute nothing whatsoever to the hive until it's time for them to deposit their sperm to the queen bee so that she can continue making more babies, because that is something that she still needs from them. And then they die and they go away until it's the next season for, drones to be needed. And that's it. So very funny that you would pick, like, why do we need a male and female bee to make honey? You don't. You only need female bees to make honey. So try again.